Welcome to lesson number 3 of Capture and Convert. So congratulations. At this point, I know you've already selected the lead magnet idea. So let's keep working. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to create an enticing opt-in landing page. So here's where we are in the process. We're now hovered in that yellow circle around the computer, meaning this is where someone's going to encounter you for the first time. They're seeing that landing page, and that's what we want to develop, because we know that if we don't get them there, none of the rest of this stuff is going to matter. Now, the number one goal of a landing page is to capture that lead. The key here is we have to minimize distractions and make sure that it's super simple and super straightforward. That is the way that we win the day with a landing page. So a good opt-in page is going to include 4 primary things. Enticing copy, as you know, it's magnetic. We want to draw them in. We need to tell them what they're getting as well. We got to be straightforward about that. We need to have a single call to action and a simple sign-up form. So let's walk through some examples, and I want you to just ask yourself, all right, do these pages have this? Okay, so this is an example from Marie Forleo. I want you just to take a quick read through some of the copy there. Is it enticing? How to get anything you want. Well, just about anything. Yeah, that's enticing. Do you know what you're getting? Let's keep reading. Download this free audio training. I get it. Is there a single call to action? Yep. Where is it? It's that button. It says get it now. Simple sign up form? Totally. All they want? Name and email. Okay, done. Let's look at another example. Okay, totally different industry now. Totally different creative, right? Okay, is the copy enticing? I imagine so if you're a gardener and you want to grow some vegetables, right? How to start a vegetable garden, a free beginner's guide to gardening, right? This guide is full of tips on fighting pests, feeding and caring for your garden, and harvesting crops. You know what this would tell me? This actually tells me that fighting pests is a big problem for their audience. And they know that by telling them this first, they're wrapping them in. Single call to action, daggone right, get my free guide in bold and red. Simple sign up, even more simple. Email only. Okay, cool. Look at this one. Want to be booked out but don't know where to start? Grab these free done-for-you scripts. And then if we look at the visual on the right, 3 essential done-for-you scripts to attract more dream clients. Okay. Is the copy enticing? Totally. Do you know what you're getting? Yes. Done-for-you scripts. Single call to action? In this case, hell yeah. Do you see how different these buttons can be too? Like, it doesn't have to be sign me up. Like, you can really play with it. And is it a simple sign-up form? Yeah, kind of. So there's first name, best email address. I don't like that they've added what best describes you. Personally, I would nix that and I would rock on. All right, here's another one. Enticing copy. Yeah. Discover the 17 tiny tweaks that made a huge impact on my business. Okay, cool. Do you know what you're getting? Well, they've told you in this case right at the top. It's a free PDF. I actually really dislike that text at the top of this, but I mean, it's clear, right? Single call to action? Yeah, download now, in bold, in blue. Simple sign up? Yes, name and email. So there are 6 key elements for your opt-in page, really specced out. The first is the headline. The second's the sub-headline, and we're going to walk through all of these. The third is the lead magnet itself. Then the fourth is the rest of the copy that's on the page. Then we need the opt-in form, and then we need the call to action. Okay, let's break it down. Headline. Now, I'm going to use this one example of the free 30-day smoothie challenge through all of these so you can see how they've done this really, really well. And I just want to point you to each component of it. So what's the headline here? In this case on the example, it's the Join the Free 30-Day Green Smoothie Challenge. Okay, so let's talk about what a headline is. So a landing page headline have to be concise. They have to offer a specific, highly desirable benefit that solves the visitor's problem and delivers on a promise of whatever marketing brought that visitor to the page. Got it. So we got to come out of the gate strong with some very clear, concise, specific language that's speaking straight to our customer. And there are some thought starters here and ways that you can approach this. So one of them is what we call the question formula, where you actually ask a question that's going to incite curiosity. So you can lead with a question like, want to attract more clients to your business? Want to have a funnel full of leads? You feel me? The next is the how-to formula. So this is how to do something specific. Okay. So maybe this is like how to grow a garden full of vegetables this summer. Okay, got it. It's specific, it's clear, it's a how-to. Now there's also what we call the list post formula, where you're using a number and an adjective and then ways to do something specific, like 15 ways to slay your social media this month. Okay, so do you see how we can play with these to create a really compelling headline? Okay, now let's move on. The subheadline. Now the subheadline allows you to give a little bit more context to what's happening. So the headline in many cases is going to be like the bigger piece. It's bigger, it's bolder from a text standpoint, and it's going to capture attention. But the subheadline in some cases is the hook. It's what actually persuades them to opt in. So note in this case on the example that 30 days to a healthier you is their subheadline. And doesn't that in many ways complement in almost a better way than what they've said with the headline? Like, yeah, I'm into the smoothie challenge, but I'm really into the healthier version of me. Right? So a subheadline is going to reinforce the value proposition by providing the answer to a question-based headline, by restating the benefits the visitor can gain, or providing a teaser for the call to action. Okay, cool. So just think about this as it works in tandem with the headline, it gives a little bit more context, and it's really about hooking them and persuading them to opt in. Now, the lead magnet itself. Okay, so you already know what the lead magnet is, but now's the time to show it on your landing page. It's typically going to be represented with some kind of visual on the opt-in page, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the thing itself, meaning, just use this example of the 30-day green smoothie challenge. What did they choose to show? Well, they actually have a video embedded, and it starts with the image of the two founders of this company. So they're not showing you the 30 days of stuff you're getting ready to get, but they are using a very meaningful image that really captures you. So some examples of how we sometimes show the lead magnet is we use a photo of the mentor or the teacher. We could actually use a graphic of the download. So if you have like a checklist or a worksheet or a spreadsheet, by all means, get like a really cool graphic of that download and use it. Now, it can also be a mock-up on a computer screen or phone, and you've probably seen, if you've used Canva at all, there are some really nice templates that you can use that look like a blank computer screen or a blank phone screen. So you could show whatever it is on there. So say you were giving them like a webinar. You might be able to show them that webinar or maybe course visual on the screen. It could also be a screenshot of the video, and that's what you're seeing in this example on the page. It could also be previews of worksheets. So you're going to play with this, but the key here is it's almost always a visual. So yes, they're using the words to tell you what it is, because in this case, if you just read some of the copy, it's saying get weekly emails, shopping lists, tips. So we know that's what they're getting ready to deliver, but the visual's got to be something captivating, right? Remember again, the key here is enticing someone to want to sign up. Now the page copy is also important, but notice how short and sweet this is. Opt-in landing pages are brief, and they're brief by design. You don't want to put friction in the process between them signing up and where they are at this moment in time. So it often, from a copy standpoint, it's just a short intro. It restates the issue, it offers the solution, and that's it. Now sometimes there's going to be like a short list of bullet points, and it's typically going to be focused on how you're solving a problem or the benefit that that person can expect to receive when they get that lead magnet. The key is be simple, be clear. Do not feel the need to add a whole bunch of ands and commas and get this and do this and experience this. You got to be short and sweet here. Now the opt-in form itself, this is where you're capturing the contact information for your new lead. And remember, less is more. The more fields you add here, the more likelihood that person's going to be like, peace, I'm out, I'm not sharing all this stuff with you. So you need to ask for only the minimum amount of information to get someone to sign up and avoid unnecessary distraction and friction. Now, oftentimes that will be just an email address, but in our case with Hatch Tribe, we actually prefer and in many cases recommend that you use the first name and the email. And the reason why is you can personalize emails once you have their first name. So for example, when we send over the first email, it can say like, "Hello, Susan. Thanks for signing up to get our freebie." Otherwise, we can't do that. And it's going to be a generic email. So I really like asking for first name and email. Now, the call to action is that last piece. This is typically the button. It's, the clickable piece of the page. It's often going to be pretty bright and pretty bold, and that's by design. You want that to speak loudly on the page and not be hidden because it's really driving people to take action, and that's what you want. Okay, so here's the checklist. We need these 6 things to build a good landing page: headline, subheadline, lead magnet, page copy, opt-in form, and call to action. That's it. Short, sweet, brief. Now, as it relates to building your landing page, I want to just go ahead and discuss tools because this often comes up like, "Hey, I hear you, but like, where the heck is this going to go?" So let's cover it. The first thing is you can use your website. You can build a landing page using whatever your website is right now. So you could use Squarespace to do that using cover pages. You can use a WordPress plugin. Chances are, no matter where your website is built, there is a way to, in fact, create a single page that's not linked to all the rest of your content, and you can use that as an opt-in. Now, email is another great place to do this. Wherever you have your email marketing software, whatever service you're using, most of them are going to have a way to create a landing page. MailChimp does. They used to have like a terrible version, but it's gotten a lot better. So if you're using MailChimp, just know this is actually a viable option now. ConvertKit and many other resources will allow you to develop a landing page inside of your email marketing tool. I recommend this approach if you can because it keeps everything in one place, and it's a really good way to start and test this out as a strategy in your business without investing in a bunch of other tools. Now, landing page software is another option. So over time, as you start using these in your business, you may really want to add some bells and whistles. And Leadpages and Instapage are 2 leaders in this industry. They've been around for a long time and they're proven, they work. And they'll show you the highest converting landing pages based on the aggregated data of all of the customers in their business. So you can scroll through templates and look and see what gets the highest conversions and then grab it and then use it and customize it. Now, I have some other recommendations inside the resource guide, so definitely pop in there if you need them. But this part is like a 15-minute decision. This is not something you should be laboring over for hours because you need to host it and move on. And that's it. The key really is we need to go create the copy because this is the part that once you've got it, really setting up the tech becomes easy. So I want you to start by setting 60 minutes for this exercise. It's time bound by design so that you don't spin out of control and start wordsmithing this thing to death. Then I want you to create the first draft of all 6 elements of that landing page copy. And then you're going to decide where you're going to build the landing page. And all of this is going to happen inside the workbook itself. So go get in there, get working on some copy, and then I will see you inside the next lesson.